Money Bees, and welcome to the Hive. Is your girl Manik Thompson, aka Manik T. Well, hello and welcome if you're new here. Hello, and if you're a returning subscriber, you know how we show the love. Well, thanks for tuning in to the Hive, where we share all things good and beautiful that will have some meaningful impact to your lives. All right, guys, I'm so excited to have you here. And what are we talking about today? Today, we're going to talk about the new update that took effect on January 1st, 2024, which is the new proof of financial support for applying for a study permit. Okay, yes, lots of updates and changes for studying in Canada and for international students taking place this year. So make sure that you're tuned in and subscribed and you have pressed that notification button so you will not miss out on my latest updates. And when all these information start rolling up, you should know that I will be here to get that to you. All right. So let's take a look here and see. We all know this was announced back in December, and then I made a short about it of the changes. So starting January 1st, if you're applying for a study permit, you need to show that you have at least $20,000 Canadian dollars to support yourself during your course of study. This is in addition to your tuition, right? So let me turn on my computer here because I like to show you the links and where you can get this information from so that you can equip yourself as well, so you have that knowledge, right? Because knowledge is key, knowledge is power, and you cannot be deceived by anybody when you know where to go source that knowledge from. All right, so all this knowledge is all on canada.ca. All right, so let me turn on my computer here. All right, so when you come to the Canada.ca website, under Immigration and Citizenship and Study in Canada as an international student, and you click on the study permit, it will bring you to this link. I'll put a direct link in the description box, so be sure to check that out, okay? And the financial update, like I said, took place in January 1, 2024. So if you know your finances has not considered this new update, now is your time to pay real attention, okay? So as we're on this study permit page, these are the things that you need to be in order to apply for a study permit. You need your proof of acceptance. You need your proof of acceptance. You need an attestation letter from the province or territory where you plan to study. This is new and effective, and I have a video. I will put the link up here so that you can go and watch it and learn how this attestation letter affects you. And I think they talk about it on this link as well. You need a proof of identity. You need a proof of financial support. You may also need a letter of explanation, right? A medical exam. If you're going to school in Quebec, you might need the attestation letter. Did I jump too fast? Right? And other documents. Okay. So let's click on this proof of financial support because that's what we want to talk about today, right? So you have to prove that you can support yourself and the family members you come with you while you are in Canada. Canada is the land of immigrants, but also they do not want to put too much burden on the system, right? So they want to make sure that the students they are accepting have a way of supporting themselves where they are not going to be dependent on the social services that are meant for Canadian citizens and permanent residents who have been working and putting their fair share into the pool to help them in their time of need. Okay, so you have to prove you have funds either with your Canadian bank account in your name if you've transferred money. Okay, you can show proof of fund with a guaranteed investment certificate from a participating Canadian institution, proof of a student or education loan. So you can actually take a loan from a bank to come to school. Your bank statements for the past 4 months. Okay, this used to be 6 months, but now this is past 4 months. So if you have only past 4 months, is good. If you want to go past 6 months, that is even better. But I think the minimum that they need is for the past 4 months. A bank draft that can be converted to Canadian dollars, proof of your paid tuition and housing, a letter from the person or school giving you money, or proof of funding paid from within Canada if you have a scholarship or are in a Canadian educational program, right? It also says if your country uses foreign exchange controls, where if your country makes it difficult for you to take money out, then you have to prove that you'll be allowed to export these funds for all of your expenses. Okay, so this is the minimum, right? So right now we are past January 1st, so we are going to focus on that. But if you sent your application in before on January 1st or before that, oh, this is before after. If you sent it before that for a student, you were 10,000. So let's say if you sent your application in December, you still qualify under the old proof of financial support. For your first family member, it's an additional 4,000, and every additional accompanying family member is 3,000, and they go forward to explain to you. Let's say if you're a family of two that wants to come to a province other than Quebec, your living expenses for the student is 10,000. For the first family member is 4,000, and for the second family member it is 17,000. So let's say a husband, spouse, and one child, right? So you need to show them that you have at least 17,000 that is going to support your living expenses here. All right, so this is for those who applied in December before January 1st. If you put your application in on the January 1st day and after, you are under the new rules, which means that the amount of funds required per year, this does not include tuition. So if you're coming, your program is 2 years, then you are just coming by yourself, which means year one you need to have 20,635. Year two you need to have another 20,635, right? So you are around 41,270, right? Did I calculate that? I hope so. I didn't use a calculator. I just went um, by eyesight, right? And then you're going to calculate this. So they've already done this calculation for you. So if you're a family member of two, which includes the applicants, let's say the applicant and the spouse, then you need 25,690. Applicant, spouse, and one child, you need 31,583. So they go all the way to 7 members, right? So if you a spouse, husband, and 5 kids, that's 7. So you need 54,611, right? And if you're more than 7, then that's the last number on here is 5,000 for each additional family member. So you're going to add this 5,000 to the last 7, right? Okay, so if you're a family of 2 members who want to come other than Quebec, you will need 31,583 for living expenses. So family of two, so the applicant plus 2 family members, right? So that makes them 3 right here, including the applicant here, right? Okay, so That's the key point to take note. So when you're putting your bank statements together, make sure that your bank statement has enough funds, because the reason why most people are declined their study permit is the proof of funds. Because if the officer cannot see that you have that funds to take care of yourself in Canada, they're gonna assume that you're gonna be a burden on Canada. Your main purpose is not coming to study because you don't have the money anyways, and rather for something else. So then your application is not going to be approved. All right. So take note of this. Again, the I'll put the links in the description button. And if you enjoyed this video, if you liked it, and thanks for all the support, you can even support me some more by subscribing and clicking on notification button, so that when I bring out a new video or a new update, you will be the first to know. Okay, and share the video so that all your other family and friends will benefit as well. You benefited, don't you want your brother and sister to benefit too? All right then, guys, thanks for tuning in, and until I see you in the next one, stay blessed. Ciao.